good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're watching this update. Just a quick one. It's been a bit of a slow news day the last couple of weeks, but there's a few little things that have come to light in the last 24, 48 hours. Thought I'd do a quick little update because I haven't done one for a while either. It's obviously work's been taken over. But we've got some decent news about the channel, what's to come, about donations and stuff like that. So first of all, I promised Louise who emailed me and asked me to try and get in the spotlight. She's trying to raise £1,000 through GoFundMe and also through a page on Facebook called Brody's Journey, BRODYS, Brody's Journey. He needs an operation done in London. It's going to cost £1,000, so they're trying to raise the money as quickly as they can. They are raffling off a ticket, £5 a number, for the Newcastle Wolves game. So if you're interested in that, please go and search Brody's Journey on Facebook. You'll find it and help them out as best as you can. There is also, like I said, a GoFundMe page. Please search for that, Brody's Journey, and try and help them raise the money for the surgery that he desperately needs for the young lad. So he's a big Newcastle fan. So let's see what we can do for him. As for the channel, donations been going really well. £675. Our target was £1,000 by the end of the year. We're absolutely smashing it. Sports Trader is the one that will rise much more than what it is. We've got a charity boxing night coming up where 2 shirts have been donated or will be donated from World of Sport TV to go on auction. So you should see that rise up, and we'll be well over the 1,000 by that point, and that'll be in June. So we're halfway through the year and we've already hit our target. It will be absolutely, it's phenomenal. And thank you to everyone who's donated to the channel, because without you guys, it wouldn't be possible. And without myself, obviously chipping in as well, and everybody else in the team in the background, we wouldn't have been able to reach where we are right now without you guys. So thank you very, very much. Onto the NUFC news, what you've all been waiting for. Wilson and Trippier are obviously back in light training. They're out in Dubai with the warm weather training. It came at the perfect time for Newcastle United. I mean, we were flagging the defeat to Chelsea, the defeat to Everton. You know, they really hurt. 2 last-minute goals. The Chelsea one in particular, with VAR being absolutely atrocious. You know, they're missing the red card, missing the penalty, which was a blatant penalty. You know, if that was Chelsea in the box at our end, that would have been given as a penalty. And then the sucker punch, the guy who should have been sent off, scores the winner. And I think that deflated us a lot. And you could tell on Thursday night in the Everton game, the legs weren't quite there. You know, the team were missing a lot of players. I mean, you're missing 6 key players against Chelsea, almost the same at Everton. And you could tell the quality of the game wasn't there. And that protester made it worse for us. It made the game go on longer. The legs started going even more. And we got sucker punched again. And it really was frustrating. So 2 defeats on the back of 9, unbeaten has been absolutely fantastic. This warm weather training is going to do the world of good for the squad again. We could come back, and if we can just do half of what we did when we did the last warm weather training, if we can win 3 games, we're going to be safe. And we do have some winnable games, but we also have some tough games as well, where we need everyone firing and everyone fit. So it's going to be a very interesting period coming up until the end of the season, and then we're going to have a great summer when and if we stay up. But it's definitely an if, isn't it? It's definitely a when, not an if. But really looking forward to it. So Wilson and Trippier both targeting the bench for the Leicester game. And then, they need to get minutes under the belt, but they are targeting that game to be back on the bench as impact subs if needed. We don't need to risk them, especially Wilson. We don't want to risk him because of the muscle injuries he picks up when he's not conditioned properly. So, but they are targeting the Leicester game to be both on the bench and then take it from there, really. It's great news. Trippier's quality is plain to see. His leadership as well. And Wilson's goals, obviously. The movement up front, we're missing it. I don't know if we'll go to a 4-4-2 maybe. You trial it. You never know. But Wood will obviously miss out and Wilson will play up front. He's been phenomenal for us. Just a shame about all his injuries, really. News of Isaac Hayden. Obviously, yesterday was the day he had to appeal his sanction against the FA for what he said on Twitter. personally, I think he's got a massive case. He could literally just say, I expected the 12th man to be the fans or the manager, not the VAR or the referee. It's so many other ways you can take that. So he's got a massive case to appeal. And then also what the Chelsea actual Twitter account came out with and actually awarded the man of the match to VAR and the referee. So if that's not bringing the FA into disrepute as well, then I don't know what is. So that is shocking in my eyes. So I think Hayden's got a very good case. News on Shaw as well. He's obviously left the Switzerland squad. He's got a slight strain. It's precaution. He's not going to be fit enough in the international games, but he should be okay for Tottenham. This is what I've been told. So fingers crossed that is all correct. Moving on to the budget now. There's obviously a certain account on Twitter that people like to follow. Don't know why, because the crap that comes out of him sometimes is ridiculous. But £50 million budget. It's a load of rubbish, guys. Don't listen to it. Just remember, January we spent 90 million. We would have spent 130 to 140 quite easily had we got the other two targets in Ekateke and Carlos that we were pushing for, but fell through at the last minute. So, and even Lingard as well. So there's no way the summer is going to have a 50 million budget. It's going to be a lot more than that. Again, a lot of it could be free transfers, though, which reminds me, we've got a great show coming up on the Toon Review and on World of Sport. We're going to look at all the free transfers that Newcastle could compete with and look at how these players could strengthen our team or squad, depending on who it is. But we've got a great 2 shows lined up over both the channels to do that, so please look out for that. But the budget's definitely going to be more than 50 million, guys. Please stop giving these accounts saying things like this a light of day. There's no way these owners are just going to rest on their laurels of this campaign. 90 million in January. Summer's going to be even bigger. It'll be double in my eyes, and there's a very good chance of that. And the last bit of news is obviously not Newcastle United related news, but it is North East related news. Jermain Defoe has retired from football. He's been a great servant, especially to Tottenham and West Ham over the years. But the biggest thing he ever did in his Sunderland career, when he was in the North East, he obviously scored against Newcastle, didn't he, and scored a winner. But the work that he did with the young lad, and the charity work that he's done since, it was heartbreaking what happened. And Jermain Defoe was like a rock to that little boy. And it was absolutely incredible. And he'll always be remembered for that in my eyes, not as a Sunderland player, but as someone who off the field was an absolute gent. And the work that he did was absolutely magnificent. And the charity's still going. And he is a big part of that. So, what a career he had. I mean, especially in his West Ham days and his Tottenham days, he was prolific and a great striker. Always wanted to sign him when he was younger, but never happened. But we wish him all the best in what he does next. And let's just take a quick look at the table. So we are sitting 14th, 9 points above the relegation zone. It's a great place to be. Like I said, 2 free wins and we are safe. There's no reason why we can't finish between 14th and 10th. Maybe even creep to 10th would be incredible. But we're looking up, not down. The bottom 3 could be the bottom 3 by the end of the season. Obviously, with Everton with the games in hand. But they are looking poor as well, though. It's going to be very interesting who goes down. Leeds have sprung a couple of good results. But we are safe, guys, in my eyes. Just 3 more wins, and we should have enough to stay up. And that will be all she wrote. And then the summer is just going to be absolutely fantastic, isn't it? I can't wait for the summer and what we're going to spend, what players we're going to target. And like I say, check out the Toon Review and World of Sport TV for the 2 shows that we will look at all the free transfers, which could potentially happen. And the budget will include wages. Remember, this is the thing, not just transfer fees, wages and all that sort of stuff. So it will be more than 50 million. But yeah, so if you did enjoy what you just listened to, sorry it's been so long for doing an update, but life gets in the way sometimes, and there wasn't as much news to bring. And I don't like to bring you news unless it's solid. I'm not the kind of person who's just going to throw videos out there and news just for the sake of it. So I hope this has been worthwhile listening to. If it is, please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button to let you know when we're live. The more you push this channel, the more stuff we can do. Please consider becoming a member. We do have a free prize draw coming up very soon. We're going to be giving away a ticket to the Wolves game. But that's only to paying members. So if you want a chance to win that, 99p, and you could win a Newcastle ticket for a game. And please check out Sports Trader. We sponsor them as a charity. They're absolutely fantastic. And we need to raise as much money as we can for them so they can open the shop in Newcastle and start helping underprivileged and disabled children get the sports gear they need to compete in schools and just enjoy life as well. So please consider checking them out and please subscribe if you have enjoyed it. But I've been Bazatiz NUFC on World of Sport TV. See you next time.